Well, President Donald Trump signing an executive order this afternoon banning transgender athletes from participating in women's sports. It's the latest action targeting transgender Americans after an order declaring the U.S. will only recognize a person's sex assigned at birth. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
You ready? We'll do a good job.
Yet another sweeping mandate from President Trump targeting transgender Americans. This latest executive order, called Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports, bans transgender athletes from participating in women's sports, fulfilling one of Trump's main campaign promises.
To defend the safety of athletes, protect competitive integrity, and uphold the promise of Title IX. This common sense action from President Trump ends the disgusting betrayal of women and girls.
The signing ceremony featuring athletes and coaches who support the order, which mandates immediate enforcement against schools and athletic associations that they say deny women single-sex sports and single-sex locker rooms.
From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
The White House also demanding organizations like the NCAA change their rules. If universities don't comply, the White House warning they could lose federal funding and also face legal action. Critics worry the order will only lead to increased discrimination and harassment.
This has never really been about trans people in sports, and particularly trans women and girls in sports. This has always been about trying to erase us from society.
The ACLU is already suing the Trump administration over a different executive order blocking gender-affirming care for those under 19 years old.
This is part of a wide range of attacks on the trans community everywhere in their lives. Their passports, their athletic fields, schools, and now their doctor's offices. Trans people belong in every community, in every family, in every school. And so demonizing them is not part of, I think, the American promise.
The executive order also directs the Secretary of State to push for changes within the International Olympic Committee to maintain single-sex competition. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Texas already has laws banning transgender athletes from competing in sports that align with their gender identity. Now, in 2023, Governor Abbott signed Senate Bill 15, also known as the Save Women's Sports Act. That law requires college-level athletes to only compete in accordance with their biological sex. Another law, House Bill 25, was passed in 2021, banning trans athletes from competing in school sports in grade schools.